rising above. Like a phoenix from the ground, we put power inside with the magic she held, and the freedom I had in me, it swelled. So I found the soul I was searching for. We finally began on the path we were meant to explore. We are magical freedom, our spirits entwine in the dance of the cosmos. Your heart beats with mine. With every strum of this palette guitar, our souls merge as one under the evening star. In the whispers of night, where dreams softly tread, our love finds its wings on which it is led. Through the valleys of stars, over mountains of moon, our bond is the rhythm, older the tune. And this is what I have to say, my dear. In the symphony of life, it's your voice I hear. With the valleys of stars, over mountains of moon, our bond is the rhythm, our hearts are the tune. And this is what I have to say, my dear. In the symphony of life, it's your voice I hear. With every note that we play, with every song that we will, we live as our very will, in love's sweet thrill. We are magical freedom, our spirits entwine in the dance of the cosmos. Your heart beats with mine. With every strum of this palette guitar, our souls merge as one under the evening star. The canvas of the infinite sky, where the whispers of the wind gently sigh. There's a tale of two hearts in the silence they speak, of the magic within, the freedom they seek. With a touch, the glance in the soft moonlight, our shadows dance together into the night. In the echo of our laughter, the world fades away, for in each other's arms is where we'll always stay. We are magical freedom, our spirits entwine in the dance of the cosmos. Your heart beats with mine. When every strum of this palette guitar, our souls merge as one under the evening star. Let's promise to cherish each moment we share. In this journey of life, nothing else can compare. With the magic she held and the freedom I found, together we're boundless, no limits, no ground. We are magical freedom, our spirits entwine in the dance of the cosmos. Your heart beats with mine. With every strum of this palette guitar, our souls merge as one under the evening star. Explore all the chords of this dreamy refrain, where magic and freedom forever remain. In the harmony of us, let the world see the power of love, the magic of we. Whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain. Unseen whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom I'll ignite the flames of truth, burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain.
Good morning, my beautiful stars. Hello and happy Tuesday, Sanctuary. Hello, everybody. How are we doing today, technology? I hope you're having a great rest of the day. I just want to say happy Tuesday to everybody. Hello, everybody. I am Joshua Bleasy. I am the Unknown Prophet. I do daily tarot readings between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. They're ethereal fire readings, so I will set your world on fire and set your world ablaze, but I will put you on a more positive path using my custom-made homemade deck, the 5-Pass Tarot. I see that you have a good set of numbers there and your question already for me. I am doing awesome technology. It's been a really good couple of weeks for me, and I'm just kind of coming off of my anniversary week was last week and enjoying my time with my wife a little bit. Now getting back to doing readings in full force now. So, and I already cleansed the cards for you, but if you want me to do another cleanse for you, I will. Otherwise, I'm going to start doing your shuffles right now. So what would you like? Would you like a cleansing shuffle, or do you want me to just start shuffling now with the 8 shuffles? Let's see if I can get this microphone a little bit better. Cleanse, please. Okay, got it. I did my normal morning cleanse, so now we're going to do this until I feel like they're ready for you. I'm already jumping. Let's see. Are you ready yet? All right, here are your 8 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's way too many. And then last but not least, okay, there you go. Okay, I can deal with that. There was we got 3 God cards for you today. And then here we go with your 21st card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And you want to know about this career insecurity, huh? I'm going to put my Ethereal light back down over here so I have more room. And I got my God cards right there. So here we go with your reading for today and about the potential career. All right, and let's see what they have to tell you about that potential career. So, Sergeant, what they're trying to tell you right now is, and good morning, so this career, this potential career in security, right? We're trying to give ourselves another option here. Something maybe we have been wanting to do for a while, but maybe, the opportunity hasn't always presented itself. And what we're kind of seeing happening right now is that opportunity, the potential in that security section can open up a lot of different doors for you. So even though it may seem like it's security right now, that door can open many other doors. So kind of like it might be the beginning of opening up doors upon doors upon doors. The molding card usually shows up in people's card when they need to take the action of molding their shape into what they want it to be. Deciding, is this something that really feels like it's going to be a good fit for me? Am I passionate about it? Is it something that I can see myself doing day in and day out? Not only to earn money, but to also be able to contribute to whatever the heck I need to do as a society member, right? But the molding card is all about taking your future in your own hands and deciding what you want it to look like. So why are we going through this beginning time of this potential in career and security? Yeah, it's a good fit for you, but you want to mold yourself into that shape. So basically you have to go through it to know what you're capable of. This is going to be that time where if you do go for the security thingy, it's going to help build that resilience up. As a security person, you're going to have to learn how to get that tough skin and how to get that really, really, that energetic field, the outer field, where you know that you're going to be the one who's responsible for keeping everyone else safe. So that means you got to make sure that you're in good mental, physical, and spiritual ways before you go do that, because we want to make sure we have all of our own shit taken care of before we go take care of anybody else's shit. So they build up this resilience in us to get us ready for that. So that's kind of what they're getting you ready for, is if you want to choose to do this, they're kind of giving you that little bit of experience of a thicker skin you're going to need going into this next job. No matter what is happening right now, though, Sergeant, know that your destiny is in your hands, that what you want to happen will happen as long as you believe in it and believe that the words that ring in your ears from this point forward are, it's gonna be okay. No matter what happens from this point forward, I learned to sway in the wind like a willow tree. I'm not going to worry about being that stagnant, still tree. I'm going to sway in the wind so I don't break as hard. So, as the willow tree has come to tell you today, reminding you that this situation is going to work out the way it's meant to work out. But don't be afraid to embrace that part of you that needs to do this too. Because that past connection, that connection to something that you wanted to prove to yourself or something you wanted to say, I am capable of, this is a moment for you. You to prove to yourself what you are capable of and what you know you are able to do or not. Whether you're able to see this as the opportunity of the knowledge that I've gained up to this point molds me into the shape I want myself to be. It builds up that resilience so that I am ready to meet the challenges ahead, knowing that the path before me is already for me. It's going to be okay, and that I have to tie that back into the past of what I've been dealing with up to this point and overcoming those last obstacles. You get it? So the answer is, the potential is definitely there. It's you gotta go for it if you really want it kind of a situation. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's going to work out the way you want it to work out. So I think this opportunity will work in your favor. So no, even if you don't get this specific thing you want, it will open a door that will lead you to what you want, you know. And then we got your God cards too. And it's absolutely right about what you need to do. You know, your higher power is basically saying, hey, we understand that you've created a whole world here, a life that meant something to you, but it's not working anymore. This world needs to be destroyed so we can create a new world. We understand that there's some stuff you gotta get out though. Some stuff you gotta let go of. Like a volcano will blow their top off when it is right timing for that volcano to blow its top off. It rumbles and shakes and tells you all the warning signs. But if you don't get off the island when it blows up, you're in the way. Guess what gets happening to you? You can't be afraid of your power anymore and can't be afraid of hurting someone because you're trying to move in a more positive direction. What is stopping you from getting the happiness you want? It's your own insecurities, your depressions, your anxieties, the things that keep blocking you, the things that used to keep you safe, in other words, are no longer keeping you safe. They're keeping you locked away from the things you really need to feel in order to understand what those words actually mean. The ice build up, that barrier between you and the rest of the universe, we need to take down the I'm going to be hurt and afraid to be hurt. The universe is going to give you a lot of different choices here. It's not all meant to be bad. It's meant for you to understand what you're capable of so that you can overcome and know that you do not need a defense mechanism stopping you from feeling what you really need to be feeling. It's time to bring it all together to mean something. That physical thing you need to do better for yourself, that mental thing you need to start doing better for yourself, and that spiritual thing you need to start doing better for yourself. Just juggle one thing at a time. One physical thing, mental thing, and spiritual thing. One on each of those things, and learn how to juggle one at a time so we get used to that motion. How am I doing something positive for myself today? The integrate card is all about bringing all the more positive parts of yourself together, but it's also about igniting your future by saying, I'm going to use this gift and I'm going to ignite my fire so that the light that I light today goes and spreads out throughout the rest of my life. So whatever that advice that you needed to hear today is, don't be afraid of your power. Don't let your own insecurities get in your own way, and bring the things that you know you want together to mean something to you and ignite that into that future you want. So that's what the gods are trying to tell you there. But so did you have another question you want answered about the job though? Like, I think you should start actually applying for the job. I think you should at least put your application in, if you haven't done it already. And I know it's the waiting game, but hey, it means you took the opportunity and you tried. I'm just feeling like this. Right, exactly. So I feel like there's something holding back, and it feels like professional paperwork kind of shit. There's checks and balances we have to make sure get checked and balanced before we can say you have the job. You know what I'm saying? You understand that as a part of the first process. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of your process. You got to pass every check and balance in order to get the job. You know, and you're on that last stage, I think, or close to the last stage. Damn it. And don't worry, we can keep talking if you want. I'm just clearing you off of the queue for right now so that people know that there's no one waiting in line. So, but it feels like you're ready for this challenge in your life. Like when it does happen, it's gonna may help you grow in a lot of different ways. just to see that you are, just to see, like I said, it's a capability thing. It's understanding my own power and really understanding what that power means, you know? Well, like I said, I don't know the whole process. I'm just telling you intuitionally what I'm seeing in my head. Yeah. So, we're waiting for a piece of paper that has to be signed the right way. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you have much to worry about. I think it's just a matter of time before you get the call. Yeah. And I always, you know how it works, right? You get an, I mean, I don't know how your gifts work, but the way my gifts work is, it's like it plays a movie for me, but at the same time, it's like they download all of the information and the information just pours out of my mouth. And I don't always know what I'm saying until I'm done saying it. And even then, I forget what I'm saying because it's like direct from the higher powers to you. And sometimes it's like, I don't even remember what the fuck I just said to people, you know? So, but I trust my intuitions. I trust the guides that I have been working with for over 30 years that have guided me to the path I wanted to be on. I trust my higher power. I trust myself. And just like it comes with some caveats there too. I have to give up on my ego, my control sometimes. I have to give up comparing myself and not feeling like I'm not accepted and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. I just read what you wrote. Yeah, it's like it feels formality. You know what I'm saying? And, it's more of a formality kind of a form. But don't think you didn't earn this job, okay? It's not like you were just handed it either. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get the job just because you were a son. Yeah, all of that stuff. It helped, but I don't think it's gonna, because of the work ethic your father shows, they think you're gonna be able to doing the same kind of work ethic, and they want that for them. At least that's what like I said, these intuitions sometimes I do not know where they come from. Sometimes it's like an instantaneous download that just kind of comes into my brain, and then it's like sometimes they tell me exactly what to say, and sometimes it's like I don't see every I don't see every future. I see like 15 to 20 different possible futures, and as we're working through the cards, we start to define what that future looks like for you. Yeah, exactly. And, that's the kind of employee they're looking for. Someone who's going to show up for work and do the job, who has a good work ethic and all that. Yeah, you don't have to worry about this. I don't think you really have to worry about it. It's just a matter, like I said, you just got to play the waiting game, unfortunately. I think you kind of have an understanding you've got this job already. You're just waiting for the paperwork kind of a deal. So, wait for the paperwork. Go help out when you can and show them that you're ready to go to work the second they say, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So do you have to go through a special class before you can be certified and be able to work there then? Because I know some jobs require you to go through their own safety course or their own course of classes in order to pass what they... Yeah. In order for you to be able to, and you got to pass all the tests because they want you to know it's basically a big old, here's what we expect. We want to know you have common sense enough to know what you should do in XYZ situation. AKA, if I'm guarding a bunch of clothes and people with guns show up to rob me, I don't try to protect the clothes. I try to protect the people. The clothes are insured. The people are not. Your job is not to protect the stuff. Your job is to protect the people. And I worked security here in America for a short bit. I only did like a 3-job kind of a security gig with a friend of mine at the time who was running a security business. And I was a bouncer for 3 nights in a row. at a club downtown Minneapolis that was a Spanish English kind of a thing, and it was just basically standing in a corner, making sure everyone's not overdoing it, not over drinking, not starting fights, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, that kind of shit. And you're just making sure that everyone's keeping the part, if in a club, you want to make sure everyone's, having a good time, but not too much of a good time. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the easiest job. And I didn't have to go through a safety course to do that, so. And your dad could probably help you study for it too, if he hasn't already been helping you with all of this anyway, right? Hey, you got someone with the experience of how it actually works. Why not use it? Just a normal tobacco cigarette right now. So I vicariously hand you this cigarette so that you can vicariously smoke it with me. And I'm sorry if you don't have a smoke to smoke with me. I do have some green available, but my wife is sleeping right now, and I'm not going to go wake her for a little bit of green. If I want to, I can steal it. My little weed container broke this morning, and the weed went smashed all over the place. It wasn't very much. It was like maybe that much weed I lost. Still sacrilegious, I know, but what can you do? Gravity does not like you sometimes at 3 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah, just, like I said, sit back, relax, and let's have a smoke and just shoot the shit and all of that fun stuff.
The white witches gather.
We'll play some music while we wait for people to show up.
They dance with the elements by the old gods led. Dance, dance, the witches chant with fire, water, earth, and air in perfect love and perfect trust, and magic spreads everywhere. Through the circle of stars, to the beat of the drum, they summon the power where the magic comes from. With the flick of the wand and a whisper of might, they turn darkness.
I make my own cigarettes, honestly. I buy my own tobacco. See, I buy like a bag of tobacco and I buy tubes to go along with it. I save a ton of money doing it this way. Give me a second. I roll my own, but I like Marlboro are my preferred smoking if I can do it. I like a Marlboro smoke, but hey, if it smokes, it smokes. I'll smoke it. I ain't picky. Yeah, so I just do your normal generic smoking. Like I said, I can buy 2 fucking cartons for 18 bucks rather than 2 packs of smokes that will last me one whole day. It's worth it. So I do my own rolling. Yeah, it takes so much off of me. What about you? Do you roll your own, or do you have a specific brand you like? I cheat though. I use a machine to help me roll, so I don't like hand roll them. My arthritis is too bad to hand roll anything, so I have to use the machine to help me with it. So. Um, oh, I'm gonna put the music back on though.
For the Lord and the lady, they raise their voice. In the dance of the elements, they rejoice. With the power
Yeah. See, I couldn't do that anymore. I couldn't spend that kind of money every day anymore. I just couldn't do it to myself. I was hemorrhaging money, and when I started making my own, $20 gets me almost a whole carton of cigarettes versus one pack. You know what I'm saying? So here in America, I understand 20 quid isn't pretty close to American money. I think right now the euro's a tiny bit higher than the dollar, but whatever. Okay. Same thing, different key. I try to have a cigarette an hour. So one cigarette per hour unless I'm sleeping, of course. So about 12 cigarettes a day, if not more, depending if I'm in this room doing readings or not. I tend to smoke more when I'm doing a reading or in my office, honestly. Time for more coffee. Where do you hail from? Technology? Like, are you in the UK? Are you what country are you? Do you hail from? I'm from Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota. So I'm Central USA, America. That's where I'm from. And like I said, a pack of smokes here in America runs you about $21.99 per pack, depending on the brand you buy. There are cheaper packs of smokes out there for the non-name brand kind of smokes, the more generic kind of cigarettes, depending on what you're willing to smoke, So let's see here. What else can I talk about? This music is being provided by an app called Suno. It's an AI generated program. All the songs that were written, most of the lyrics I wrote myself. So they helped me with the melody and what kind of type of music I wanted. But most of the lyrics I wrote myself. Now, so AI put it together in a nice fancy song for me. So that's what we're listening to is a bunch of my songs together. So Uh, Hey, G Dragon, welcome on in here. Give me a second, I'm just finishing something real quick and I'll be right with you. Basically, I'm getting my post out for today. So, why don't you throw me your question, throw me your numbers. If you need a reminder of how all that works, you just let me know and I'll be happy to help you, okay? I'm all done, so throw me your numbers and your question and we'll get going here. Alright, let me start the cleansing shuffle for you. Alright, we want to know. Are we ready to really know there? Because I don't want you not to be ready for the answer, yes or no. I just want to make sure you're ready. Because they're not going to lie. You know that, right? Okay, we're going to find out, though. Okay, just I want you clear in your mind. Let me turn this off here real quick. I know you're ready. I'm just, double checking, So we're going to get these really nice and cleansed for you. And you want to know what the skinny is on this guy, right? Alright, so they're almost telling me they're ready for you here. Alright, so here are your two official shuffles, and the third card in is your answer. 1, 2. You have a 1, 2, 3, 4 God card message. 4 messages from your higher power telling you about this question, I believe. 1, 2, and then we have that card, which goes back where it belongs, and 3. So you want to know if he's cheating on you. Oof. Oh, gosh. Give me a second to put these all in the right spot here so we can get the right kind of get you the reading that you need in here today. So, is he cheating on you? We have these feelings for a reason, unfortunately. And it's kind of been feeling like for a while like he doesn't want to be there. Unfortunately, the release card usually shows up when it's time to let something go. Not usually when we're ready to take something back into our lives. Something that is stopping us from what we truly want in our lives. So maybe there is a part of you that needs to let this person go so that you do not get into a place where that could be a possibility. The release card is telling you maybe it's time to think about letting go and moving on from this person, or it's time to start to really do something completely different. So they're providing you a choice here, okay? Dragon, they're trying to tell you that I don't think he's searching for it right now, but there is a part of him that wants out of this relationship in some way, okay? Just like in some way you do as well. But what we have to start to understand is if this guy is the quote-unquote one, we have to learn to appreciate everything this person has within them. The good, the bads, and the uglies. The cherish card always shows up when we need to appreciate the person who's staring us right in front of our faces, giving us the answers we've been searching for, not because they fill us with all the answers, because now we see the answers within ourselves. And they remind us how to love and honor and cherish ourselves as much as we love and honor and cherish the other person. So learning to love yourself as much as you love the person who you are looking at. Honoring that and looking at that in a way where the good thing that was good to be true actually happened. And now you're going, oh wait, I don't think I want this anymore. Okay, which is it? Do you want it or not want it? It's about how you start to bring those two worlds together. I think he wants this to become a closer relationship. He's not quite sure if it's going to be a closer relationship. But he is trying to find that new fresh breath of air. The Whale's Joy card is my wife's card, my one true loves card. So if you look at it in this way, Okay? My one true love is showing up because she's a stubborn woman. She doesn't like to move around her own issues and problems, so she gets in her own way a lot. Just like I believe your gentleman does. He creates his own problems and issues and doesn't know how to get out of the problems and issues he created for himself. He has a hard time coming up for that new, fresh breath of air to revitalize him enough to go back down into the ocean and swim through those problems rather than around those problems. I think you have to kind of sit back and relax and say, if it happens, it happens. But if it doesn't, no skin off of your nose, honestly. The Wandering Path card is all about letting things happen the way they are meant to happen. Going on the path and not being worried about what direction the path is heading you towards. Not even how long it's going to take you to be on that path. The Wandering Path is all about you laying in the lazy river of life and letting the world carry you where it needs to carry you. Going through what we need to go through. I think this gentleman is more of the lesson than the answer right now. And when you ask me if he's cheating on you, well, I don't think he's cheating yet. And yet being the operative word, okay? I don't think he's doing it yet. But I do think he's starting to look other places. You know what I'm saying? So you are valid seeing that he isn't just paying attention to you anymore. You know what I'm saying? So do you want we're going to see your God cards if you're ready for your God cards here. Yeah, I think it's more of an overthinking kind of a thing. You expect it to happen to you, therefore you're just waiting for him to do it to you, but you got to let go of that because you're creating the very thing you don't want. You know what I'm saying? I think it's you overthinking a little bit. I think he might be looking, but he's not actively trying to. You know, just like he feels the tension between you and him, he understands and feels that. So, yeah, his eyes goes wandering, but my eyes wander to other women too. That doesn't mean I don't love my wife with all of my heart, you know what I'm saying? I look at a lot of pretty women. I know who I love, though. Yeah. Well, maybe this helps quell those fears, right? Well, it's very true that the reason you're going through all of this right now, G-Dragon, and your higher power is trying to tell you, is they're trying to make you resolve that past. They're trying to make you see that the path that they put you on up to this point was for a reason, that you had to go through all of that and learn how to get through and overcome all the obstacles that were in your way, including what you're going through now. You have to decide that the bad days are over and give yourself that openness to hear your destiny being awakened within you. We create the destiny we want. An 8-year-old boy took a dream that he had when he was an 8-year-old boy, a simple, maybe 5-minute dream or however long it was really at. But I slept under that willow tree and got the dream that told me about my destiny. You have to start to believe in that destiny and follow the signs that are opening themselves up to you. Just like I had to learn how to listen and hear the words, it's going to be okay, that my life was going to work out the way it was supposed to work out, that everything I went through was for a reason, and now that I'm sitting here today in the spot that I am now, I understand that reason, but going through it, I didn't understand. I had to learn how to bend like a willow tree bends in the God, my hand's dirty. Look at how dirty my hand is. You know, but how to bend in the wind rather than being that oak tree that stands the test of time against the winds. There's something to say about strength, but there's also something to say about bending in the wind as well. So honoring that and getting back to overcoming those obstacles. Let this be the thing that builds you up and builds your resilience up so that you can overcome and know that you have the strength and the fortitude to make it through. Then all we want you to do is celebrate your life and start to be happy with the things we are giving you that are good right now. Hold on to those happy thoughts because we'll send you more as long as you start to believe that you are able to receive those things. Celebrating what we are going to give you and honoring that celebration within our hearts. So let the fortitude celebrate what you've come through in your life, what you've overcome and what you've overdone. Celebrate that ability to know you're going to be okay. Celebrate that past. You know what I'm saying? So, Sen, it looks like you're in line for a reading here, so we're going to get to doing you, but I don't think he's cheating. Honestly, I think what is happening is a miscommunication. You know, it's more of a miscommunication and not telling each other that we're having these weird little I don't know what's going on feelings. It's just that sharing we're having the emotional feelings of not feeling very connected might be all it needs to help the situation. I think it's very fixable if you want it to be. But you have to start to listen too. All right, Senny, I'm cleansing the cards off for you. All right. Yeah, exactly. Oh, the other side of the road is just as green. It's just how much you pay attention to your yard. Exactly. And you can have a beautiful yard right where you're at. You don't need to go across the street to what? Maybe a different kind of grass? Okay, but it's still grass. You know? And let's see what they okay, I'm hydrating for you, Senny. Give me a second. Here you go. There. Am I hydrated enough for you now? So here we go. 10 and 25 for you. You want to know what the negative things they want you to be aware of. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I just hydrated. Okay, I'm taking a small sip though. All right, and that was 10. Now we got to count 25 cards out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you want to know what demons you have to face and what you have to be aware of in your life, huh? Okay, Sonny. You're ready for it. I guess I'll give it to you. Here's what they want you to be aware of, Sonny. So, Sen, what do they need you to be aware of right now? The negativity part of yourself that we're working through and working past right now is you're not very good at understanding what your garden looks like, how you've tilled the field, and how you've gotten it ready to plant the things that you want to happen in your life. You're not very good about getting the field ready to plant in. Sometimes you don't throw enough of the old junk away to create the fertilizer you need, and sometimes you don't put the right kind of seeds down or water them or make sure they're getting the right kind of ingredients. So part of the things that we have to start to understand is we're not trying to plant an entire garden of roses here. It's one physical seed, one mental seed, one spiritual seed. 3 seeds we take care of, not an entire flower garden we're taking care of. We're not ready for flower garden yet. We're ready for little individual points to start to grow on. So ask yourself today, what am I not doing physically good for myself? I need to start doing good for myself. So that self-care has got to start to take effect a little bit more. What am I mentally not doing good to myself that I need to stop doing to myself that I continually keep doing? How do I move past that? How do I get over that? Then that spiritual part. Where do I go when I don't have an ego anymore? And where do I go when all of this stuff doesn't matter anymore? What is the purity of who I am just as a spirit? And how do I grow that within myself as well? So, letting these emotions out, Sen, and letting them out in a better way. We're letting them out, but we need to start to share the rawness of ourselves, the impurity of ourselves, not holding back those things that we're afraid to share. The dam is starting to get very, very, very filled, and either it's going to start to spill over soon, or you have to get behind the gates and let some of the pressure out. You know what I'm saying? So it's about you releasing the right kind of emotionalness into your life, and maybe being a little bit more of a heavy rain rather than the light, happy rain, or the deluge that's filling up the reservoir behind you kind of a rain, because the dam's about to break if you don't release some of that soon. And the last thing is that the negative things that they want you to be aware of is that they see you trying to create this new you, but you keep taking the same tools along with you that you don't need to take. Those tools need to be smithed down back into metal so you can recreate new tools that will actually help you in your life. Not the old tools that don't work for you anymore. They're not sharp anymore. They're not even functional anymore. It's just about that. Temper card is all about you deciding who you want to become or what you want your journey to look like. The sword that defends you, that protects you, okay, the sword that protects you is to only protect you from the things that will not do you harm. That's not protecting you from bad things happening to you. The shield that protects you will keep you from as much harm as possible, but not so much harm you don't go through stuff in order to learn what you need to learn. The cup does get emptied, yes, but you have to fill it back up too. You can't just expect to empty your cup all the time and not fill it with something else in return, right? And then your fan, that ebbs and flows of what you're controlling in your life again. And controlling your life you must, but you might have to control your life in your own way, not my way or Don's way or Dad's way or Uncle's way. But you're trying to finally reach underneath the surface of what you haven't learned yet. And bringing the last bit of that subconscious to that level where we're dealing with it now. And that's what we're doing. We're bringing things from the underneath and dealing with them so they don't become issues or problems anymore. So learning what's actually going on inside and digging for the real answers and what is stopping me from the happy. You know what I'm saying? So it's, it's more of that kind of a way of thinking it, Sen. That underneath the surface of it all, you have to be a better gardener. Underneath the surface of it all, you have to let that rain feed your garden more than you feed that reservoir to keep that reservoir filled. You have to use what you are having available to you, let out the pressure so that I can build that steam, that wheel that keeps going, because you know that. Yeah, you understand. And then they come to tell you this too, Sen. Your 2 God card message for you, okay? 2. I was trying to see if there's more, but there's only 2. And what they want from you. It's time to ignite your own damn path. Stand in front of us and tell us what you want. We will give you what you want as long as you can own it. As long as you can walk in that path, talk in that path, do that path day in, day out, every day, all day long, stepping into the power rather than away from the power, using the catalyst of the life that you do not want to spring forth and ignite your path into what you do want, and ready to explode time when you want that fuse to finally go boom. You know what I'm saying? So ignite your path by using what has been giving you as catalyst to make your life be better. Claim your power, claim your path, and tell the universe what you want from it. Because they're saying we've run out of ideas for you. Let's go with something a little bit more free will game time here. You know what I'm saying? And the beating, more of it is like the self doubting, the beating up on myself, um the letting go of that expectation. And that's what they're trying to get you ready for, is to let go of the expectation of it all so that you can be a true person of service. I think you understand what I mean. Right. And it's like the universe is kind of saying, okay, open book time. Pick a chapter, pick a page, and see what adventure you want to go on here. Because right now it's so in your own hands. Let's see what adventure we're ready to go on. Page 3 is a nice fun adventure. Page 4 is a oh my god adventure. And page number 17 is the one that ends in the journey I hope I meet. But I've got to still follow all the stupid signs to get to page 17. You know what I'm saying? If you've ever read a Choose Your Own Adventure book, you know what I mean. If you don't know what I mean, I'm sorry. Your childhood was sad. We're taking an ad break. It's not like they don't see you doing the work, Sen. They see you doing the work. They're not expecting you to graduate today. They're expecting you to, you know, to learn a little bit more every day, just a tiny bit more. Your brain takes time to adjust to all of this power and energy, right? Yeah. And sometimes just that automatic writing, just get in front of a blank page, put pen to paper, and let your hand just draw. And then open your eyes when you're done with it and see if it makes sense to you in some way. I'm telling you, this stuff works, guys. It's all about quieting the mind and you know what I want you to do today is get a blank piece of paper, decent size, get on a table, get yourself a pen, about 3 pens, nice and sharp. Close your eyes, put some music on it, and just put the pen down and start to draw lightly in whatever direction you want, and just keep doing that until you feel like you get this either buzz feeling inside, like it's finished, or you feel like you are done. Open your eyes and see if the image you see is something that makes some kind of sense to you. And I bet that this is going to answer some of the question you've been having about something recently. They're trying to communicate with you in a new, different way. So they're trying something out with you. Let's see if it works kind of video. I mean, I can give you an example right now. A very simple, very easy way of doing an automatic writing for me. Just to give people an example of something. Not that you have to do what I do. Put my pen down on paper, and all I'm going to do is think about what I want to know or what I need to know, and let the pen draw for me something that makes sense. And whatever image you think you see, try to draw that image. And I'll just tell you when I am done. All right. Now I just drew this, and this is what I felt like it was ready for me to draw here. Now I have to try to interpret what that means. It can be the shape of it. It can be the actual design of it. It can be a lot of different things. Try to look at it in a couple different ways. What does it look like this way? What does it look like this way? What does it look like? You know, all different ways that you can look at it. What's the mirror image of it? Blah, 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 blah. Does this make some kind of a sense? When I look at it, it looks like a monk holding a big ass ball. You know what I'm saying? It looks like it's Rorschach test time. It looks like a man holding a big ass boulder. Okay? So I take that as I'm carrying the weight of the world on in my palm of my hand sometimes, and I carry way too much along with me. See? Simple, easy, automatic writing. Maybe you see something different. Maybe you see something different this way. Maybe this means something different to you. But the point is, what do I see? See, when I looked at it this way, this is here. Okay, here's the world, the guy, and he's got a cape on, and he's holding the world and stuff like that. Now, I just did that as an example, but you may get an image that makes sense to you, and no one says you can't open your eyes every once in a while to see where you're at, and you feel like if you need more, you just reclose the eyes again. What paper? I don't know what paper you're talking about. Oh, the paper I was drawing on? So what I was doing was I was doing an example of what we call automatic drawing. It's a psychic way to kind of understand what your subconscious is trying to tell you to your conscious mind. So I was kind of doing an example of how to do an automatic drawing. So if you wanted to know a question that you're trying to ask yourself, your internal thoughts and stuff like that, you take a blank page, you put a pen down on the paper, you close your eyes, you think about what you want to know, and you just draw with your eyes closed until you feel like you've done drawing. Then when you open your eyes, see what the symbol means to you, or if it means anything to you. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was about. So it's a way to, it was just someone wanting to know how to contact their guides a little bit better. And their guides was trying to say, this is the way we want to try to communicate with you a little bit. Please try this. We think it will be a good way for you and I to communicate. So that was Sen's reading, not yours, but you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have a little bit of green. Hey, welcome in, Terra Dome. How are we doing today? Welcome on in, first time chatter. Welcome to the Unknown Prophet Daily Tarot Readings. I hope you're here for a reading today. If you would like one, please press exclamation point joy. And if you want one, here's how it works here. I ask you to help me by picking some numbers here. Asking you how many times you want me to shuffle my homemade deck, the 5 Paths Tarot. I will shuffle that amount 1 through 10, and then I'm going to ask you a second set of numbers 1 through 52, and that's where the answers you seek are in your reading. If you have a question today, just let me know the simplest way possible so I understand it. If you want a general reading, say general. Either way, whatever way you want to do it today is up to you, okay? But hey, sit back, relax, and enjoy the music. Enjoy the readings if you want. Sit here and lurk all you want. Thank you for coming in and giving me a chance to read for you or just be a part of your community. I truly do appreciate you stopping by today, Tarot Dome. So thank you. And we're going to give you a follow and see. We'll come check you out sometime, you know. Hey, you created your account right on my anniversary date. It's going very well, by the way, Tarot Dome. I'm having a pretty positive day. Yeah, I had a really good anniversary on the 12th. Me and my wife celebrated 18 years married, 19 years together. So it's been a very, very, very good road for us. We've had our difficulties, but you know what? We've only become a stronger couple because of all of it. And you know what? D, thank you for the kind words, but he's got to find out for himself, don't he? You know, and that's what I'm here. I'm here to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I'm a blunt, in your face, I don't sugarcoat it kind of tarot reader. I am will tell you exactly what you need to hear today. I will let your world on fire. I will set your world ablaze, but I will put you on a more positive path. So whatever I need to do to get you there, that's what we promise to help you with today. So if you want a reading, exclamation point join. To anybody out there who would like a reading today, that's how you get in here and do one of the readings. If you don't want a reading, sit back, relax, listen to the music. I'm waiting for people to pop in. I'm playing marbles with my friend Cam on the cob until I get a reading. And you don't see all of that, but I'm doing it in the background. Yeah, I mean, well, it's a total of 19 years together though. And we are crushing it. We really, really learned how to work together as a couple. So it was a very, very good, it was a long road, but it was well worth it. We have one of the strongest, most beautiful relationships because we work through it every day. So I'm so happy with the woman who chose me, and I chose her. So thank you for the congratulations there, my friend. And thank you for the follow as well. I truly do appreciate that. But whatever you choose to do, whether you're just here to visit for a bit. So I guess, you know, a little bit about my journey and how I've gotten to where I'm at. My psychic gifts started when I was 8 years old. They started right after I had endured abuse by a babysitter. My gifts came in right after that, after I had to endure that moment in my life. And then I had a very special dream that told me about my destiny and what I was meant to be doing here on Earth and how I was going to get there and everything. Did I listen every time? No. But I still got to where I was supposed to get to. But, you know, we all have that free will choice to not listen to the God. So sometimes I didn't listen, you know. But I've been through anxiety, depression. I've battled through suicide attempts. I've battled through loss of love. I've battled through not feeling accepted or wanted, being bullied, overcoming every obstacle in my life. So if you guys need advice, if you guys just want to chit chat about what's going on with you in your lives, want to get some good advice from my community, feel free to chat. If you guys want a reading that will help you in your journey, please just let me know. I'm here for you whenever you want it. And thank you very much, cheap viewers, person who we're gonna block right now, because we don't like the little bot there. So bots, goodbye, bot. And I'm trying to build my Discord community up, guys. If you guys want to be a part of my Discord community, exclamation point Discord, you guys can share everything from food to the kind of green you like to smoke to, just general chit chat. I try to pay close attention to it as much as possible, but I don't have a lot of activity there, so it's hard to stay around when no one else wants to play. And I do play games on there from time to time where you can come just watch me play games. And I just play on Discord, and you can watch me play as I battle through things like Diablo or RPG games and stuff like that. We don't pay for viewers. We don't pay for subscriptions. These are completely 100% free readings, guys. All of my donations and everything are just bonuses you can do to help me along my way. Give me something to feel like I've done something good for you today. So if you do decide to give me a donation, a follow, a like, or subscribe, I truly do appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that button down below. Uh-oh, wifey incoming, wifey incoming. Red jeans broke into a billion pieces. It fell on the floor and broke into a billion pieces. And I was like, fuck it. I don't want to deal with it anymore. So I just took one bowl from your jeans to have something.
That's fine.
Yeah, I know it would be. So how are you doing today, my tarot streamer? Do you read? Do you tarot dome? Do you read? What are you like when you read and stuff like that? I should check out your channel there to see what when you're on and stuff like that.
Do you have any coffee?
I just got done pouring the last of it out, so I have to make some more here. Give me a second here. I have enough to make a small bit of coffee for you, but I need more water in order to do that. So give me a second. I'm gonna go take a quick break, guys. I'm gonna take a quick get coffee break.
Ethereal purple flame, you bring me to the greatest, highest level of myself as I step through the door. I find the power of all that is by guide myself by the
Back, guys. So thank you guys for coming back in here and being a part of the stream here. Gonna turn out the music for a bit and just spend some time. So thank you very much for trusting me enough to come here and find what I'm about. So here's how my readings work. Like I said, I will ask you to shuffle them out. So I'll like this. I'll say you pick 3. I'll shuffle this card's amount, and my method is that I am. Well, as I'm asking you your numbers, I'm actually putting my cards into your hands. So you are shuffling the deck for me. I'm just asking you to help me by picking numbers so we make it a little bit more streamlined. So I pick 1 through 10 because there's a magical reason for that. 10 is the attainment of all things. So 10 is my top number. 1 through 52 was just the standard card deck number. I didn't want to count more than 52 cards in your standard deck. So that's all there was really to it for the meeting. So, and I homemade this deck by myself there. I designed it. I created it. I'm still working on typing some of the words out to commercially sell it and stuff like that. But I've kind of hit a roadblock with that because I'm just, taking a break from it so that when I am ready to do it, I go whole heart break kitty on it. You know what I'm saying? So that, and I always, I always tell people to trust your intuition, to trust whatever higher power you hold yourself true to. If you have guides or things that talk to you, as long as they're telling you how to help people, listen to them. If you ever need help or you want some help on how to increase your gifts or help you with tuning them back in a little bit better, don't be afraid to ask here, okay? So we're here to inspire. We're here to help. We're here to help you discover your path, your journey, And some people need it through one of my readings, and some people just want to talk, and that's fine either. Either way. So, like you said, do you have a deck that you like to use? Like, do you use one of those standard decks? What's your favorite deck to use? Do you have a style that you use yourself? Do you like to use a certain kind of I always do like a 3-card reading for people. I do offer something a little bit more extreme than that, but that's a very special occasion when I pull that out. Like I do something I call the journey layout, which is a lot more intense reading, and I usually do that for private readings, but I will do them from time to time on here as well. They're like the most direct way to find out where you're at on your path and stuff like that. That's why I call it a journey layout instead of, okay? So if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask there, Tara. That's what we're here to help. Like I said, you're just starting your journey. I have a lot of baby streamers that I help out, Just leave the door open and let them chase the ball in the damn thing if you have to,
I don't know where the ball is.
It's in the drawer. Oh, here, have a cigarette. When you're done there.
You just set it there. Thank you.
Well,
Will you do a reading for me?
sure. I got no one else right now. Okay, I'm about to do a general reading for my wife. So this is a general reading that goes out to anybody who may need it. This information may be good for you, but it's for her. So what are your numbers for today, my love? Let me start to shuffle for you. So we're
6.
all right, and as soon as I know that they're ready for you, I'll start shuffling your 6 one. So here's an example of how my readings work. Here's 6 official shuffles for my wife. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and you have a 2 God card message. So when cards pop out of the deck during shuffle time there, tarot, those are your higher power trying to talk to you, okay? Then what's your second number? 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the 11th card is
On top.
on top. Uh-oh. Okay, so for my lovely lady, general reading, I'm assuming? Yep, a general reading. So you have in the past the pupil card. So learning a lesson that we have to relearn again, something that we have not learned a new lesson of, that we have to obtain a new lesson of. It has to do with looking at your world in a new, different way, not the trials and tribulations of it, but more of the how can I move it into a better world? How can I move the mirror out of the way when I need to move it to whatever direction I need it to face? So it's the balance between light and dark. You're kind of going through your unison moment of finding the balance. And it's saying, hey, make an easy plan. You got the easy path as your last card. So making a plan to obtain this lesson is what's going to help you get there. So you don't have to be so worried about the going after it and trying to get it. Make a plan that makes sense to you so you can learn the lesson, so you can take it in one step at a time so you don't go back and relearn it. Whatever it is, it's due to you having to let go of something, and something that has to finally decay and move out of your life. So there's something that you have to stop obsessing about, or something that you're kind of overdoing to yourself. There's something that's stopping you from growth that you have to throw into that compost pile and allow it to turn into something beautiful in the future. So that decay process means you're in that process of turning it into something better. So that's why you're going through what you're going through right now. The decay of it all is, what have I thrown away that I am not taking with me? That's part of the lesson. What have I turned my world around from light into dark, or dark into light, whichever I need at the moment, because you need both, and making a plan that's going to be easy for you to find out and fill out. And then we have what we call God cards, and since she knows that she's going to get them whether she wants them or not, and they're saying you got the leaf card and the molding card. So this is a part of the cycle. You're meant to go through this cycle. It's how do you break free from this cycle and use this new material you are being given to mold what you want your life to start to look like in whatever way you've chosen so far. Taking your own two hands and saying, what am I really ready to challenge myself with? Not what the universe is ready to challenge me with, what I need to challenge myself with. You know, and that's the molding card. That's all about you taking your ingredients in your hand and shaping it into what you can see in your head. Be reality. And that's your it. That is a example of one of my readings. So if you are interested in one, please come to twitch.tv, the Unknown Prophet 1, and I can get you a reading. We only got one person in here right now, so. Oh, I should probably give you your jeans back. And I think I have enough coffee to give you coffee now, I think. Yep. Holy foot. Almost to this place you like it.
Yep.
shine bright. Together we'll prevail through the darkest of the nights. Hold on tight, we'll chase away the doubts and fears.
I'm like the fire, burning bright. There, watching the path in the darkest night. In this
I'm trying to adjust it so I can actually see it. It's not too bright, you know.
Oh, I recognize this group. I can't think of their names.
That's funny. It's an AI generated song. There's no.
Is it Green Bay that it's sounding a little like?
No. More of a. Follows or bust. Oh, okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go make something to eat. I'm hungry. I'm just gonna eat it like that.
I did a few might pop up here.
Everything I've waited for, my soul will finally know. As I dance with the one who makes my heart glow. Swimming in the pale moonlight, chasing the stars so bright. No man on my mind, I'm leaving the pain behind. Ooh yeah, in the shadows, I'll find my way. In the darkness, I'll seize the day, gonna rise up like a shooting star. In the shadows, I'll shine from afar. Living on these concrete streets, fighting for new beat, dancing on the graves of defeat, singing my life away. Never retreat, I know what it means to lose. Victory's my only muse. I'm always on the path I choose. I know I can't afford to snooze. Drafted hard and not always my best. I take pride in who I manifest. Got the power deep inside my chest. With my armor on, I won't digress. So I fly ever so high. Now I know I can't touch the sky because I have the power all inside. I am the thunderbolt ride, delighted. And you know my anger and distress. Dedicated to my work for my best. All I can say is because my path has been nothing but stress. Fought for love that never was there. Fought for a dream that I didn't even care. Try to find the signs within me, but all I did was find my destiny. Now I can't believe that it is my dream come true. I will light this world ablaze and I will roam right to the end of my days. But I have one less destiny to fulfill and unknown deep within. In the heart of the fire, I'm feeling the burn. Living in a world that's so easy to spurn. Bullies on every corner, trying to bring me down. But I won't let 'em win, I'm standing my ground. In the depths of despair, I found my own light. Fighting through the darkness, ready to take flight. They tried to twist my fate, they tried to clip my wings. But I'm stronger than they know, I'm gonna make 'em sing. Through 1,000 bruises, I've grown tough as steel, a survivor in the struggle. I've learned to heal, I've stumbled and fallen, but I always rise. No matter what they throw, I'll never compromise. I'll never what they throw, I'll never compromise. But I won't let 'em win, I'm standing my ground. Lost in the haze, on my way through the night in the darkest day, searching for a place where I can find peace of mind, leave the past behind. Walking through the shadows, heart heavy with pain. I'm tired of the struggle, it's driving me insane. But somewhere in
distance, I see a shining light, guiding me to a place where everything feels right. In the brilliant purple ether, I dance and I sway. My troubles disappear, they all fade away. I'm singing and I'm laughing, feeling so alive in this world of bliss where all my fears die. I've been to fade away. I'm singing and I'm laughing, feeling so alive in this world of bliss where all my fears die.
Justin.
In the depths of your soul, what dreams are born. Never give up, keep pushing. Embrace the storm. Life's a journey full of twists and turns. Find your purpose. Let the fire inside you burn. Believe in yourself, you're stronger than you know. Destiny's calling. It's time to put on a show. Choose your path with every step you take. In this game of life, it's not about mistakes. Find your purpose, let it guide you through. Don't let regret weigh you down, stay true. Believe in your dreams, let them come alive. Embrace the challenge, let your spirit thrive. Find your spirit thrive.
What?
Find your purpose.
Can I help?
My corn just spilled all over the ground, so
In the heart of the city, where the lights shine so bright, I'm feeling lost and weary, like I'm stuck in the night, deep inside. I know where I belong. It's where my family is waiting, where the love is strong.
Hey, Stephanie, if you're ready, throw me numbers. Whenever you're ready, Stephanie, I'm ready for you. Let me cleanse the cards off for you, get them ready while you get your numbers ready and your question of the day. And they've been talkative today, so. Whenever you're ready, my cards are going to be ready in a second here for you. Okay. All right. It's a lot to live up to, my friend. Let me find out what the cards have to tell you today and tell you what you need to know about you and your girlfriend's relationship. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 2 God cards for you today, Stephanie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and the 20th card now. Sorry, I had to eat something real quick. All right, Stephanie. So you and your girlfriend's friendship, right? All things in life change. Even really close friendships change. All we're doing is getting a new garden set up to plant new seeds in. It's not like you're growing apart. You're making room for other things to grow there. So some of the old things that aren't so important anymore, that are just your normal, everyday, get up, go to bed kind of shit, it's taken care of. My physical body has to come first, and this is about self-care here, and it's about you being the kind of person who self-cares himself enough. Sorry. A little bit of food went down the wrong tube. But you're setting your garden up, and you want to plant the right kind of seeds down in that garden. We want to take care of those seeds the best of our abilities. Not everything is meant to grow in the garden. Sometimes that seed just has to go back to the earth and not grow. So whether or not this friendship is growing or going away, she was there for the time you needed her. Now she might not need to be there anymore. There might be other people you have to go find and be around. There are other people in your greater circle that can help you navigate or to be able to get the advice that you really need. Your close-knit friends. I'm not talking about the girlfriend you're talking about. I'm talking about all the other people that you cohabitate with that are going to give you the really good, hard advice you need to hear. She's protecting herself from harm. So if you want to know why she's so distant right now, she's sick of being hurt. She's sick of being attacked by things and everything going wrong in her life. So she's being ultra defensive. But she's trying to put forth this brave face of this picture, you know, and this picture of who I am presenting myself to be. Can you accept that of me? Are you ready to see the whole me? Can you see the real whole thing and appreciate the artistry that went into it? So that's kind of what's going on. It's the, I need to find out more about myself. You and your girlfriend may feel like you're separating, but you're just going through a bit of a growth spurt. Both of you need to go through it, you know? Unfortunately, it's a, you have to go through it kind of a situation. Unfortunately, it's just something you have to free will game it. You know what I'm saying? What God or your higher power is trying to tell you, Stephanie, though, is that this is trying to help you build that shield you said you wanted to build, that strength that you wanted inside, that fortitude you said you wanted, that shield and that strength to be able to make it through the hardest times of my life. Because now we have a strong enough shield, those things don't bother us anymore. We are allowing ourselves to adapt to the change, allowing our shield to now block those things that used to hurt us, no longer hurt us anymore. But you still have to use it and temper it into a shape that's going to be useful at the moment. So if you are spending all of your time trying to defend with the sword and cut away things that are heading your way, you're going to spend a lot of time swinging swords. If you're going to be holding that shield, you have to hold that shield until they're gone. If you're going to, allow yourself to go, hey, buddy, I don't want you in my life. I'm going to empty you out of it, and I'm going to find something new I like. You know what I'm saying? And then the fan is all about you controlling the ebbs and flows of your own life and deciding how fast or slow you want to go. And using that to help fortify the things that you say you wanted the most. Are we thinking of a romantic feeling here with you and your friend? Or is it more of it feels like an increased vulnerability, or it feels like an increased openness? Most of what I'm feeling is an openness to change and opening for possibilities. Making room sometimes feels like distance between us, but we're making room so that we can put even more good stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's both. Oh no, my wife burped. Did you hear that? You poor people, you. Yeah. Okay, don't feel a whole bit of used here, but the universe is kind of using you as the catalyst for her life. So you are the catalyst to help her change her life in a better, different way. And that's, you're not necessarily meant to be any more than that springboard to get her off of her butt and start doing things she should be doing. Yeah, really. Because think about everything, all the choices you presented your friend right now. Think of all the situations she's being faced to look at for the first time again, and how she's overcoming those obstacles. You know, and you're the fire under the butt. Whether you want to realize it or not, even the distance between you two is creating enough tension for her to go, oh wait, I want to catch up, or I want to distance myself here. You know? So the universe is kind of using you like a really big fire under her ass. And you're there as the reminder of something she needs to learn about herself. Most of it is confusion and doubt. Because she has a tendency to get stuck in her own head. She's trying not to overthink it, but she is overthinking it. She's trying to find resolutions to it that can be a way we can both win here, in a way, you know? Because she's tired of the fighting, that's for sure. She's tired of the, let's just talk about it already. And it feels like it's time to have that, let's just talk about it already conversation with her, you know? Here are my cards on the table. There are your cards on the table. Let's find a way to cohabitate with this. I'm changing, you're changing. That doesn't mean we have to stop being friends. That doesn't mean we can't be don't have to continually be in each other's lives. It just means the part of our journey that they were meant to be a part of is done. And I don't think she's feeling her own sense of confusion, her own sense of, I don't know what I want to do now, and trying to readjust. That's what I'm feeling. It's up to your friend whether or not she feels that fire under her butt and feels the need to move in a more positive direction. You could be everything from an example to her to the reason to overcome and overpower. She just got out of a really toxic relationship, didn't she? You might not know. It just feels like I'm just feeling a lot of confusion, a lot of in my own head, a lot of doubty kind of, self kind of feelings about it. Honestly, that's what I'm feeling. And the non-ability to get past those things. But she's got to go through it. All you can do is support her. You can't fix her. I know you want to, but you can't. You have to watch her go through it and be there for her when she needs you to be that support person. It's going to be okay person. That's what she needs you for, right? See, you know, that's the difference. In a catalyst doesn't mean a negative thing. Being a support person can be a catalyst sometimes. Just being the person, the hope in the darkness can be everything that person needs. So maybe she needs your light right now. She needs your Pacific kind of help. Only you can answer the question she has right now. And maybe you're being drawn to her to help her with that. I don't know. It feels like a free will game, kind of a dice roll. It, you know, there's too many different possibilities for me to see. It's all about how the experience happens. Hey, honey, can I have a... I'm gonna make a cigarette. Fuck it.
That was just the one, right? Okay.
You're very welcome, Stephanie. You know that's what I'm here for. I'm getting out of here, guys. So if you guys want to follow along with me, if you're a subscriber, do raid number 1. If you're a non-subscriber, raid number, just raid is the first one is for non-subscribers, the second one's for subscribers. And we're going to go say hi to Guidance. He is an awesome, beautiful reader out there. And I just don't know what else to say, but he deserves everything and all things here. Oh. We're unable to raid him. Okay, I guess we're not going there. Okay, we'll go to Greek Goddess instead. We'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Thank you for the raid, my friend. How are you doing today?